I just pulled up to the gym. It is a few minutes before 7:30. I don't think I'm gonna film the whole entire workout, but let's get to it.
I feel like I'm losing my mind. Is everybody in the world blind? Please, Lord, give me a sign, a sign. I feel like I'm losing my mind. Is everybody in the world blind? Please, Lord, give me a sign, a sign.
I wanna be the greatest. Everybody on the fake shit. I look around and feel like everybody is the fakest. I make this every day and I'm impatient, hoping one day I blow up from the basement. Statement, the top is so vacant. I don't hear shit that I think is amazing. Waiting for my day when I'm playing sold out shows for 1,000 faces. Hey, give me that crown, get in my way and to be put down. It ain't your place, all this my town. If I want that shit, then I'll get it right now. I'm losing it, the noose it fits. I'm losing shit, a stupid myth. You choose to live or choose to dip. You choose to fight or lose your grip and lose a gift. Oh,
I feel like I'm losing my mind. Is everybody in the world blind? Please, Lord, give me a sign, a sign. I feel like I'm losing my mind. Is everybody in the world blind? Please, Lord, give me a sign, a sign.
yeah. There's no mercy in this world, just hunger-thirsty persons in different versions. Each new update, that shit worsens. Why? Pull back the curtain and you'll see the different vermin. We all have different burdens that all seem to cause disturbance. Yo, so do me a favor, don't treat me like a neighbor. Don't need the different flavors of your problems just to savor. I've got my own issues, I need a comb to get...
It is now 9:15, so it's like an hour and 45-minute workout. I filmed most of it, but I will share all the movements that I did. I did a back squat, but I'm working on having the bar lower because it's better for my anatomy because I have very long legs and long femurs. So I didn't do heavy weight. I'm just working on making sure that my form looks good and I don't feel really awkward. Push-ups were 3 sets of as many reps as possible. As you can see, my as many reps as possible is like literally 1 right now. Also, I am sore, so I feel like usually it's a little bit more, but that's okay. Then I did 45-degree hyper extension. I did the machine leg curl along with a lat pull down. For my lat pull downs, if you could tell, I was trying to do more of the scapular, like accentuating that because that's what initiates the movement. Usually it's one smooth, solid movement, but I was trying to retract my shoulder blades and then pull all the way down. And then lastly, I did the seated hip abduction. I learned recently how to do it where you just do unilateral, so you do one leg and the other leg. So I did that today and it was super fun. So now I'm gonna go home and eat some breakfast. I had a little bit of cereal on my drive over here. It's in my passenger seat, if that grosses you out, I am sorry. So I'm gonna go home and actually make a full breakfast and let the dogs out and all that. I was sitting outside reading my book and it's starting off really good. But then Ryan comes home and he's like, we have lunch reservations. I called you 3 times. I didn't have my phone by me. So anyways, I just got dressed really quickly and we're going to, where are we going? Margarita something. You. We just got back from lunch and I was already planning on going for a hike today, so now I got Bodhi, Kingsley in the back, and luckily Ryan's leaving work early so he can come with us. I did this trail recently, like a couple weeks ago, and it was really icy, so last time I didn't have spikes and this time I'm gonna bring them just in case it's still very slippery.
Like a shark.
Right.
Good morning. I am currently getting ready for the gym. I'm pretty sleepy, but it is 7:30. I'm gonna make my creatine right now. I'm gonna mix it with some juice. I've never done this flavor of juice before, but I just hate like the grittiness of creatine. You put it with something unflavored, so I feel like this slightly helps. I don't know if I'm the only one because I never hear people talk about that. I always hear people are like, it's unflavored. And yeah, then they talk about the benefits of it and how you want creatine monohydrate and stuff like that. But I'm like, who else thinks this is so gritty and is sensitive to texture? Today is just a mobility, like stability day, and probably some cardio since yesterday was a full body lift. So cheers, let's go to the gym. I want to do a little voiceover to explain some of these movements and why I chose them. First off, I'm just doing a little bit of mobility, and I will say all of these exercises are going to be focused on upper body and mainly the shoulders. I started with shoulder dislocates, and then I moved on to this movement, which I've actually never really seen anyone else do this online, but I learned it from Mind Pump and I absolutely love it. So I have the wooden dowel in my hand and I'm pushing down on it while making baby circles, and the circles are coming from the shoulder joint. So I do 10 circles in one direction and then I switch and do 10 in the other. Next up, we have a little bit of mobility for the thoracic spine. So I am sitting with the foam roller so that I'm moving from the upper back versus from my hips. So the foam roller keeps me still. And then I am twisting 3 times when I go to one side. So right now I'm twisting to the right. I'll do a slight dip and then twist again, slight dip, and one more twist. There are a few ways to assess your thoracic mobility, but one thing I was thinking about the other day is if you were sitting on the toilet, which might sound really funny, but if you were sitting and you twist to your left, like say you're trying to grab toilet paper behind you or whatever you have behind you, and then twist the other side and just see if there's an imbalance. For example, when I twist to my left, I cannot twist nearly as far. Next movement we have here is external rotation press, and sorry about the camera work, it's not incredible, but this is a corrective exercise to enhance shoulder stability. This movement is initiated with a row, so I row back and then I externally rotate, bringing my arm to that 90-degree angle, and then I am pressing above my head. This exercise recruits the rotator cuff muscles along with the serratus anterior. Moving on, I am now doing banded pull-aparts. I do this a lot when I'm warming up for my lifts, which you might have seen the day prior. But right now my hands or my thumbs are facing towards each other, so I'm internally rotated at the shoulder. But if I was to put my palms up, then I would be externally rotated at the shoulder. For my last exercise with the band, I am doing banded W's, and I like this exercise because it helps activate the lower traps. A lot of the time our upper traps are overly active and our lower traps are therefore a little bit more weak. So this exercise tries and targets the lower traps. I keep my elbows tucked at my side the whole entire time, and I am pulling apart on the band, and therefore it kind of makes a W shape. Hold that end range of motion for 5 count and then return to your starting position. Now I just have 2 movements left. One is with the kettlebell and the last one is with the dumbbell.